Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to 38th District Tournament Basketball. I'm Jim Swinford, along with Mike Aldridge, coming to you from Monticello Heights Gymnasium, where tonight the boys' 38th District Tournament gets underway with a contest between the Harrison County Thoroughbreds and the Blue Jackets of Nicholas County. Later on tonight in Falmouth, the Wildcats of Pendleton County are having a little contest with themselves in the Robertson County Black Devils in the other opening round game in our district tournament. The winners of tonight's games will advance to the championship game, which will take place on Thursday night at 7 here on the Hilltop. Harrison County and Nicholas County met once this season back on February the 20th in Carlisle in a game that the Breds won 68-46. With not only will tonight's winner advance to the championship game, but also will earn a berth in next week's 10th Region Tournament, which will be held at the Fieldhouse at Mason County this year. Harrison County will be attempting to get back to the title game after a 1 year's absence, while Nicholas County will be trying to return to the finals for the first time since 2013. We want to remind you that you're listening to the pregame show brought to you by Cynthiana's Hardee's. We're going to have a pretty good crowd on hand for tonight's game. We invite you to stay tuned as we'll come back and take a closer look at both Harrison County and Nicholas County. You're listening to the boys' 38th District Tournament on WCYN Sports. Alrighty, back here on the Hilltop, you're listening to the pregame show brought to you by Cynthiana Hardee's prior to Harrison County's game against Nicholas County in the first round of the 38th District Tournament. Well, as we mentioned before, back on February the 20th, the two teams got together in Carlisle with Harrison County winning 68-46. The Breds shook off a slow start to soundly defeat the Blue Jackets in that game. 5 different Thoroughbreds scored in double figures. The Breds shot extremely well over there in Carlisle, hitting 56% of their shots from the floor while limiting Nicholas County to just 37%. In fact, we were really good in the second half, making 62% of our shots. Harrison County was 5 out of 12 from beyond the arc, while Nicholas County made 5 of 18 three-pointers. Big part of the game, though, was free throws. Harrison, with their best free throw shooting of the year, made 15 out of 16 from the charity stripe for 94%, while Nicholas County only went to the line 7 times, making 3 for 43%. And as might be imagined, with Harrison County's superior size, we doubled up the Nicholas County Blue Jackets in rebounding, 29-14. Harrison County freshman guard Caden Custard led those 5 Thoroughbreds in double figures with 15 points, while senior guard Dalton Davenport had 17 for his Blue Jackets. Nicholas County will come into tonight's game with a record of 10-16, coached by John Michael Wrights in his second year at the helm of the Blue Jacket program. Of course, John Michael, one of the all-time greats in Harrison County high school basketball history. It's been quite a turnaround for the Blue Jackets. They started out the year 1-8, but since that time they've been a respectable 9-8 and have won 3 of their last 4 games in the regular season, including a 75-70 victory at Menifee County in the finale last Friday. The problem for the Blue Jackets is, though, injuries have struck at just the wrong time, as Dalton Davenport, their leading scorer and a senior, is not going to be able to play because of an injury. Tate Letcher, a sophomore, and freshman Jacob Hatton also will not be in the lineup tonight for the Blue Jackets because of injuries. So it's going to take group effort for Nicholas County to try to make up for the absence of those three players and the 20-plus points they score per game to try to pull off the upset of the Thoroughbreds here tonight. Another problem the Blue Jackets have had this year has been on defense, where they are giving up nearly 65 points a game. In fact, in 12 games this season, Nicholas has given up at least 70 points. Nicholas is, as we said, led in scoring by Davenport, who was averaging nearly 18 points a game. Senior Brady Schweitzer, though, is the one who will have to pick up most of the slack, as he's having a solid year, averaging 16 points a contest. Schweitzer is also the Blue Jackets' long-range threat, making 36% of his three-point attempts. The biggest issue for Nicholas County is that they really have no size. With only one player on the roster taller than 6 foot tall, Nicholas has had matchup problems nearly all season long. Having said that, the Breds should be able to pound the ball very easily inside, especially with the absence of Davenport, Hatton, and Letcher. Meanwhile, Harrison County has slowly but surely improved throughout the season. Better mental toughness can be pointed to as a reason behind the Breds playing better, especially on defense. Depth is another advantage that Harrison County should have over its opponents. Even with senior Tayshawn Custard unable to play, the Breds can go at least 4 to 5 deep on the bench without much of a drop-off. All season, it's been Harrison County's defense that has driven the Breds' offense. Offensively, in our wins, Harrison County has been scoring 19 points off a transition, while in our losses, we've been only able to pick up 10 such points. From the free throw line, and this is a very strange stat, in our wins, Harrison County is making 75% of their free throw attempts, while in the losses, they've been able to only make 57%. That's the biggest difference between wins and losses, is how you do from the line. Assist to turnover ratio has also been a dramatic difference between our wins and losses. In our wins, we're averaging 16 assists and only 10 turnovers, while in the losses for the Breds, they've had just an average of 11 assists and 16 turnovers. Keeping protection of the ball extremely important all the time, but especially now that we're into the postseason. Defensively, 40% is the key when you look at Harrison County's year. When our opponents shoot 40% or less, Harrison County's record is 9-1. When we allow our opponents to shoot over 40%, Harrison County's record is 1-8. So let's kind of try to keep track of that field goal percentage and make sure it stays under 40. As long as the Breds don't take Nicholas County for granted, they really shouldn't have any problem moving on to the next round. Some other stats to tell you about in close games this year. The two teams are very similar. Harrison County 2-4 in close games, Nicholas County 2-5. In games against the 10th region, Harrison County ended up an even 6-6, while Nicholas County was just 2-8 against our opponents in the 10th region. And against common opponents, Harrison County's record 5-4, while against those same common opponents, Nicholas County 2-7. Harrison County in the postseason over the years, a record of 126-90. Here on the Hilltop, we've been very effective in postseason play, going 135-94. That's a .590 winning percentage. In district tournament play over the years, Harrison County has a record of 78-44. On the Hilltop, a 47-15 mark in district tournament games. That's a .758 winning percentage. But even more impressive than those two previous numbers, in games played here on the Hilltop in the first round of the district tournament, Harrison County's record on this floor, 27-5. That's 84% of our games we've won in first round games in the district tournament here on our home floor. Overall, not a bad record of 48-22 in first round games across the year, no matter what the site. Meanwhile, your other numbers for Nicholas County in those same categories. Overall postseason record, 31-77, 9-28 here on the Hilltop. In district tournament games, Nicholas County overall, 21-68, but only 3-26 here on the Hilltop. In first round games, the district tournament over the years, Nicholas County, 16-63. In first round games here on the Hilltop, Nicholas County is just 3-24. Those three wins coming in 1981 against Paris, 1983 against MMI, but the only time since 1983 that the Nicholas County Blue Jackets have come away with a first-round victory here on the Hilltop was in 2013 when they knocked off Robertson County. This will be the 22nd meeting between the two schools in the postseason. Harrison County leads the overall postseason series 17-4, including a 17-3 mark in district tournament play. Here on the Hilltop, this will be the 12th time that the two teams have met in the district tournament. Harrison County in those previous 11, a record of 10-1, including 10-0 in district tournament play. So the numbers really, when you crunch them, very much favor the Harrison County Thoroughbreds to come away with a win tonight. Well, both teams are returning to the respective locker rooms, so I'll invite you to stay tuned as we'll come back and take a look at the starting lineups of tonight's game between Harrison County and Nicholas County. You're listening to the pregame show brought to you by Cynthiana Hardee's right here on WCY Sports. Alrighty, back here on the Hilltop. We're about 5.5 minutes away from the opening of this contest between Harrison County and Nicholas. Let's take a look at the starters. First for the Blue Jackets, as we said, 10-16 on the year, coached by John Michael Wrights. At a guard, a 5'11 freshman, number 20, Wyatt Clark. Clark averaging 9 points a game. And another guard, Brady Schweitzer. Schweitzer's a 6-foot senior who wears the number 22 and is averaging 16.4 points per game. He had 15 in the previous game between these two back in last month. And another guard is a 6-foot junior, number 32, Ethan Sexton. Sexton averaging 3.8 points a game. And at the fourth guard, taking Davenport's place, will be Tyler Kiskaden. Kiskaden wears the number 24. He's a 5'10 junior, averaging 1.5 points a game. And at the forward position, a 5'11 sophomore, number 00, Lincoln Morris. Morris averaging 6.7 points a contest. So once again for the Blue Jackets, it'll be Clark, Schweitzer, Sexton, Kiskaden, and Morris. On the season, Nicholas County offensively scoring 59.1 points per game, but giving up 64.9 points per contest. Now for the Harrison County Thoroughbreds, 10-9 on the year, coached by Terrence Brooks. At a guard, a 6-foot freshman, number 1, Caden Custard. Custard averaging 10.9 points a game. He led the Thoroughbreds with 15 points the first time these two teams got together. And another guard, J.D. Sword. Sword's a 6'1 senior, wears the number 11, and is averaging a team-high 14.8 points a game. At the third guard, glad to see him back after a 4 games absence, Clay Carpenter. Carpenter's a 6'1 senior who wears the number 24 and is averaging 10.1 points a game. He only scored 4 the first time these two teams got together. At a forward, Blaine Biddle. Biddle wears the number 15. He's a 6'6 junior and is averaging 3.2 points a game. And at the other forward, a 6'5" sophomore, number 21, J.D. Kendall. Kendall averaging 8.2. So once again for the Breds, it'll be Custard, Sword, Carpenter, Biddle, and Kendall. So far this year, Harrison County averaging 62.7 points per game on offense. On defense, giving up 55.5 points per game. On paper, if you go by the rankings and whatnot, Harrison about a 20-point favorite to win this game and move on to the championship game, which will be played right here on this floor on Thursday night. Well, while the two teams continue warming up, we'll take this opportunity to take it back to the station to Bruce Templeton from Unity Christian Church with tonight's pregame prayer. Alrighty, back here on the hilltop, it's district tournament time across the 10th region and, of course, across the Commonwealth as well. The Harrison County Phillies will get their district tournament underway tomorrow night over at Robertson County High School when they'll take on the host Lady Devils. 7 o'clock start. Of course, we'll have all the action for you of that game right here on WCYN later on tomorrow, obviously. Meanwhile, across our region, last night, it all got underway in the 40th district over at Paris High School when Clark County knocked off Paris 86-38 as the three-time defending 40th district champions punched their ticket to the championship game. They'll take on the winner of Montgomery County and Bourbon County, who are playing each other here in just a few minutes. Other games going on across our district, or out across our region in other districts. In the 37th district, which is being played up at Scott High School for one game, Campbell County the other. Scott is taking on Bishop Brossart. That's game at Scott. While Campbell County and Calvary will play each other at Campbell. The winners will take each other on Wednesday at the higher seed in the championship game. Also tonight in the 39th district in Mason County, just one game. The Mason County Royals are taking on Augusta in the one game there. All right, we're about to have the presentation of colors by the Harrison County Air Force Junior ROTC, after which we'll have the national anthem as played by the Harrison County Pep Band. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a listen to those and then take a break, after which we'll come back with the tip-off of tonight's game between Harrison County and Nicholas County in the first round of the 38th District Tournament. But right now, let's bring you our national anthem.
Caitlin Lewis, carrying the Kentucky flag, is Cadet Airman Shelby Fugate. And the guards are Cadet Airman First Class Miles Bryan and Cadet Airman Basic Oscar McDuffie. We also ask that you remain standing until the colors have exited the playing floor. The national anthem tonight will be played by the Harrison County High School Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Sean Pyatt.
Since 1956,
Alrighty, back here at the hilltop, Harrison County and Nicholas County in the first round of the 38th District Tournament. The winner advancing to the championship game on Thursday night against the victor of tonight's game between Robertson County and Pendleton County, which is being played here in about 25 minutes up in Falmouth. All right, Nicholas County won the toss and will go on offense to start the game. Inbounds pass comes to Sexton. Sexton guns it down on the baseline in the hands of Morris. Boy, dark blue numbers against gray background.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot, Coach.
You can see the backs better.
Yeah, Sexton drives, now kicks it in the corner. The three fired up by Morris. It's no good. It's actually going to bounce over the support structure. So give the ball to the Thoroughbreds as Nicholas County goes empty on their first possession of the night. Harrison 10-9, Nicholas 10-16.
You know, I guess the coach knows him without the number.
I guess so. At least we'd hope so. Of course, Mike Wright's the longtime coach at Harrison County here to watch the game as well. Sword up top to Custard. Custard goes to the top of the key, hands the ball to Kendall, who goes to the elbow and hands it off to Sword. Sword in the paint, pull-up jumper from 13, bounces off. Rebound, pull down by Nicholas County. That was Morris who pulled that one down. So both teams maybe a little bit tight coming into this first possession. Morris with the basketball on the right side. Brings it to the foul line. Now kicks it on the wing to Clark. He'll fire a three. Good! So Wyatt Clark opens up the scoring with a tray as Nicholas County takes the early lead. We played just over a minute here. Into the front court with the basketball. For Harrison comes Custer. Gets to the right wing to Kendall. In the corner to Carpenter for three. Air ball. Offside rebound is pulled in by J.D. Sword. He'll kick it back out top to Custard, who will reset the offense from near the center of the court. Pass to the left side to Kendall, to the hash mark to Sword. Now back to Custard on the left side, long range. Custard drives to the foul line, backs up. Now goes down to the block, has the ball knocked away from him. Biddle picks up the loose ball, tries a shot. It's no good. Custard, though, is there for the offensive board, then throws it away. Rushing the other way, Clark to the basket. His shot partially blocked by Sword, and Custard comes down with the rebound. Caden leading a 2-on-3 break in the paint. Pull-up, fall-away jumper from 10 feet away is no good. Rebound saved from going out of bounds by Nicholas County, who will rush the ball into the front court. With the basketball on the near side, Schweitzer in between the circles now. Will hand it off into the hands of Kiskaden. Kiskaden nearly dropped it and now does. Biddle picks up the loose ball. Outlet pass to Custard, who goes coast to coast and lays it in. So the Breds are finally on the board at the 5:46 mark on the breakaway layup by Caden Custard.
First really good shot we took.
Yeah.
They just made it, 22 just made it 2.
So a shot by Schweitzer goes down, put his team back out in front, 5-2. So tell you what, the visitors from Carlisle have come to play, that's for sure. Now with a shot no good, the foul on the play, it's going to be called on Clark. It'll be Wyatt Clark's first personal foul. Shooting foul will send J.D. Kendall to the line. Kendall on the year, a 72% free throw shooter. Sophomore trying to get his team back to within, hopefully 2. If he makes both these, he makes the first one. Was that a 3 or a 2 on that last shot?
2.
Okay, they put it up as a 3.
Well, they need to put it back as a 2. It was a 2.
Second free throw is no good. Carpenter rebound, put back good. So Clay with the big offensive putback. Now they'll get the scoreboard all fixed as they had it incorrect. Referees get together to discuss it. And they're going to confirm that it was indeed what we thought it was.
Last Nicholas County basket was a 2-pointer.
Which was a 2-pointer. So 5-5. Yeah. Put down wrong myself. 5-5 your score. 5:16 left. Full court pressure by the Breds. Inbounds pass will come into the hands of Schweitzer. Schweitzer against the defense of Caden Custard. Cross the timeline in the middle of the floor. Now drifts to the left side. Backs up near the timeline. Now gets it in between the circles to Morris. Morris spins around to the elbow in the paint. Goes past Biddle to the basket. Blocked by Blaine. And Biddle gets the rebound as well. Here come the Breds. Carpenter to the basket. Lays it up and good. And Harrison County has their first lead of the ball game at 7-5. So it just took us a little while to get started.
I don't know why the last boy at shot thinks he can go in there and shoot a layup against Biddle. He can't get it up over his head.
Yeah. Now we got a foul out front And it's going to be
They call offensive foul.
Ethan Sexton picking up that offensive foul. A lot of rancor from the Blue Jacket faithful who are here, and I don't blame them because I didn't see it either.
It's trouble with watching the ball.
Sometimes you miss stuff off the ball. Kendall guns it down low to Biddle, who makes the shot. Give the assist to Kendall. Blaine with his first points, and Harrison County's lead now grows to 9-5 as Reds are taking this game over after a little bit of a slow start. Pass to the left side in the front court to Clark. Goes down to the baseline, kicks it on the wing to Morris, who'll get it back up top. Ball knocked away, but picked up by Sexton. He'll get it to Morris in front of the Harrison County bench. Here's a pass down low to Morris from Schweitzer. His shot's no good, but a foul's going to be called on the Thoroughbreds J.D. Sword. So Morris at the line for the first time tonight on the year. He is a 60% free throw shooter. 9-5, Harrison County leads. They've scored the last 7 in a row. So the first free throw is good by Morris to draw his team back to within 3 at 9-6. He'll have another chance here to try to get into a 2-point game if he can make it. Second one's on the way and good as well.
To Nicholas County's credit there, they made some good passes under duress.
Yes.
And got a good shot.
Custard will walk the ball into the front court as he crosses the midcourt stripe in the middle of the floor. Gets to the right side in front of the Nicholas bench to Carpenter, to the top of the key to Biddle, now to the far hash mark to Sword. Sword drives in the paint, pulls up, looking for help, finds a wide open Custard underneath. His shot off glass is good.
Yeah.
Nice head fake that time by Caden. Almost got him killed when one of the Blue Jackets came down on top of him.
A lot of contact there for no foul.
Getting us ready for the region when the Louisville officials come. Here's a Morris three from the top of the key, off the flange, no good. Custard gets the rebound. He'll get the ball to the front court, goes to the baseline, stops, nearly traveled. Now gets to the top of the key to Sword. Left side Kendall, down low Biddle, hook shot, good. Blaine with his 4th point, and that will prompt a 30-second timeout by Nicholas County as they just don't have the size, Mike, to contend with Harrison County.
No, and actually, probably, even though Biddle's the tallest guy on the floor, Custard's probably the best rebounder.
Oh, yeah, I'll agree with that.
And he's got, they can't even match up with him. He's a guard.
Right.
So, it's going to be tough, and they just put Furnish in to make it a little bit taller.
Yeah,
so
that's what Nicholas County needs is more size on our
right,
side.
Yeah, just when the things start looking up, they really got to look up.
Need to feed a hungry crew fast? Order a Beast Pizza right now. Don't forget about wings and salads too. Call 235-7627. That's 235. Where's Trent? Where is Trent? Well, wherever he is, he probably just said snap. All right, out of the timeout. Nicholas with the ball, down by a half a dozen. 3:11 left to go in the first quarter. Bring the ball up the floor will be Schweitzer. Gets it to the left side, stops, picks up his dribbles, looking for help. Got to be close. Now he gets it to Morris on the near sideline. Morris double teamed and is going to be fouled by Custard going for the steal. That'll be Caden's first personal foul.
I think that guy called that because he thought Caden was going to hit him. We can stand right here. We're closer than him, about as close to him.
Inbounds pass comes to Kiss Caden. He'll get the ball to Morris. As Mike said, Will Furnish in the game now. 6'11 sophomore, averaging 4.2. Had 10 points when these two teams played the first time. With the basketball now, Clark goes baseline, cut up by Sword. Kicks it up top to Morris for a three-point try. High off the flange and then off the support structure. So Harrison County will get the ball back. You need someone to protect your home, auto, and more like they're protecting the rim? That's when you call Dan Furnish. Call Dan with any questions about insurance coverage at 234-4514. That's Dan Furnish at 234-4514 anytime, day or night.
Yes.
Custard to the right side to Carpenter. Goes baseline, cut off down low by Schweitzer. He'll get it into the paint to Kendall, who puts up a 12-footer, and that shot is good. J.D. with 3 first quarter points to put his team up 15-7. In the front court with the basketball come the Blue Jackets. Up top with it is Kiss Caden. He'll get the ball on the far side into the hands of Clark. Clark tries a pass, knocked away, but Schweitzer picks up the loose ball. Now back tapping the dribble away from behind will be Custard. Lots of subs coming in for the Thoroughbreds. Braylon Hinton, a 6'2 freshman averaging 3.1 points a game, checks in. Garrett Wilson, a 6'3 freshman, averaging 2.4, also in the game, as well as Ian Boland, 6'2 senior, averaging 4.8. Inbounds pass will come to Schweitzer. His follow-away 15-footer's no good, and making his presence known early, Garrett Wilson with the rebound. Garrett probably minute for minute the best rebounder on the team. Wilson looking for someone to pass to, finds Carpenter near the center circle. Carpenter calls out the play as he reverses back to the other side. Now gets to the elbow, extended on the near side to Wilson. Wilson dishes the ball to Hinton. In the corner, Boland. Thought about the three, now fires one after taking a step to the left. Its shot's no good. Rebound's going to be pulled down by Clark. In the front court come the Blue Jackets. Right side with the basketball is Schweitzer. Up top to Clark. Clark on the left wing, kicks it back up near the center circle to Schweitzer. Schweitzer, left elbow, leaner, way off the mark. Carpenter with the rebound for the Breads. He'll race the ball into the front court. Carpenter lobs it to Wilson on the baseline. Wilson backs up beyond three-point range, now gets it in the corner to Bowen, lobs it down low to Furnish, who between a triple team puts the ball on the floor. Will stop that.
For some reason.
Ball's knocked out of his hands and out of bounds. Harrison County will maintain possession.
That's the only way they can reach the ball.
Yeah. From his own baseline, opposite side of the basket, Wilson gets it up top to Boland. Ian to the top of the key now to Hinton. Hinton backs up a step, gets it on the near side to Wilson. Thought about the NBA three, then fortunately turned it down.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Gets the ball back to Hinton near the center circle. He had that LeBron look in his face for a second.
He did, yeah.
Carpenter now on the left side, long range. Makes his move inside the arc. Spins at the block between a double team. Tries a shot, it's no good, but he's fouled. And Clay will go to the line for a couple of free throws.
1-on-3 is not a good way to I don't care who you're playing against.
Wyatt Clark picks up his second personal foul with 36 seconds left to go in the quarter, and Harrison leading 15-7. The Thoroughbreds right now on a 13-2 run. Carpenter at the line this year, a 67% free throw shooter. First one's on the way and rims out, no good. So we said Carpenter with an ankle injury earlier, had to miss 3 games.
He moved plenty on it then. I think he's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Second free throw by the left-hander is good. So he has 5 of his team's 16 points as Harrison takes the lead in the waning seconds of the first quarter of this first round game of the boys' 38th district tournament. In the front court with the basketball, Schweitzer. Between the legs dribble in between the circles. Now we'll dribble it over to the far sideline to set the offense with 19 seconds on the clock. He'll back up near the timeline before taking a step inside the center circle. Lost it, picks it back up again. 9 seconds left. Schweitzer right side, triple teamed. Right side gets the ball to Clark for a long three. No. Furnish with the rebound. Gets it to Hinton. His three-quarter court shot is off the mark. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, your score, Harrison County 16, Nicholas County 7. You're listening to the boys' 38th district tournament on WCYN Sports.
Dealing with the real world wasn't easy, even before the whole global pandemic thing. Trying to pay the bills, worrying about family, or just trying to figure out what you want to be. The good news? Maysville Community and Technical College is open and ready, with on-campus and online programs that can lead to essential careers in IT, healthcare, and more, all at less than half the cost of a 4-year university. So never put your dreams on hold, and never underestimate you.
Alrighty, back here on the hilltop, Harrison County wraps up the first quarter on a 14-2 run to go up 16-7 heading into the second quarter.
Rebounding, Jim, we're 9-3.
Oh, good. I like that number. Harrison County will have the ball to begin the second quarter. Hinton inbounds the ball to Kendall. Kendall in between the circles to Garrett Wilson. Now gets it on the wing, long range to Furnish. He'll dump it inside, knocked away. Loose ball picked up by Clark. Clark in the front court to the right wing to Schweitzer. Schweitzer will then pick up his dribble at the top of the key before getting it off to Andrew Watkins, who's in the game, 5'11 junior, averaging 0.4 points a game. Up top with the basketball now is Clark. tries a pass into the corner where it will successfully find its recipient, Andrew Watkins. Watkins now to Schweitzer, who goes back between the circles to reset the offense. Pass to the left side to Clark for a three-point try. Good. Second tray of the game for Wyatt Clark. Gets his team back to within 6 at 16-10. Opening seconds of the second quarter. With the basketball on the right side, Wilson in the corner finds Boland. Boland dribbles it back to the top of the key where he'll get the ball to Kendall. Kendall on a weave, gives the ball to Wilson. Wilson in the paint, kicks it in the corner to Hinton for three. No good. Rebound pulled down by Boland. His putback is good. Nice offensive board work that time by the senior for his first 2 points as he puts his team back up on top by 8, 18-10 on that putback basket. 6:44 left on the clock here in the first half. Schweitzer to the right side to Watkins, back to Schweitzer. He'll get the ball in the corner to Kiskaden. Kiskaden back up top to Schweitzer. Schweitzer directing traffic as he gets the ball on the right side to Clark for another long three, and it's good. Wyatt Clark burying trays here on the Hilltop. Has gotten his team back to within 5 at 18-13. We better find Mr. Clark every time he has the ball. 6:16 left to go in the first half. Harrison's lead still 5. Boland at the free throw line. Underhands the ball to Kendall for a left side three, which is very short. Rebound goes out of bounds. Last touched by Harrison County. Sword returns to the game now for the Thoroughbreds. Just like the Breads and Phillies delivering three-pointers, Kellyan's Pizza can deliver to you tonight. Call 298-2048 to place your order. Also available for pickup in the Bridge Street Plaza. Nicholas County with the ball, down by 5. They've trailed by as many as 9. In between the circles is Schweitzer. Pass to the right side to Kiskaden. He'll get it to the top of the key to Clark. Clark back to the right side to Kiskaden. Back up top now to Schweitzer. Ball fake. He'll hand the ball to Morris to the left side to Watkins. Watkins lobs the ball to Clark on the far sideline. He'll drive baseline, kicks it in the middle. Shot put up no good by Morris. And then it looked like we might have been the one that actually tapped it back in. We'll give it to Morris because he was the closest of the Blue Jackets to the ball. With the basketball up by only 3 now are the Thoroughbreds. 5:18 on the clock here in the first half. Wilson at the foul line. Gets it in the corner to Hinton for 3. Good! There's another Kellyan's Pizza three-pointer delivered by the Thoroughbreds. This time by Braylon Hinton off of the assist from Garrett Wilson, which puts Harrison County back up by a half a dozen, 21-15. 4:56 on the clock here in the first half. In the front court on the left side is Kiskaden. He throws the ball away. Loose ball picked up by Wilson. To the basket. Layup good. Nice job that time for Garrett as he gets his first points of the game. Puts his team up 23-15. 4.5 left here in the first half. Over on the far sideline, Watkins. Watkins makes his move to the top of the key, lobs it to the near side to Clark. Clark spins inside the arc, now kicks it back outside the arc to Schweitzer. Schweitzer taking a look at the Harrison defense, fires an NBA three, good! Holy cow! Long tray by Brady Schweitzer, the third tray of this quarter by the Blue Jackets, has gotten them back to within 5 at 23-18.
Did they have a regular season game like this against Pendleton where they made a bunch of threes?
I think they did. Wilson down the block to Furnish in the corner, finds Sword for 3, rims out. Rebound though by Garrett Wilson, misses the easy bunny. And the rebound's going to be picked up by Schweitzer. Into the front court with the basketball come the Blue Jackets. Watkins inside the center circle. Pass to the right side, gets it in the hands of Schweitzer. Schweitzer moves the ball between the circles, looks around, gets it to Clark, and Clark travels. He was trying to make a move on Sword, and the move was just a little bit too good. Coming in for the Thoroughbreds, returning Carpenter and Biddle. Also in for the first time in the game, Richard Harris. Harris, a 6'3 senior, averaging 1.5 points a game. Good to see Richard back on the floor after missing almost the entire season before coming back against Bryan Station in the regular season finale. With the basketball, Harris at the top of the key. Lobs it to Biddle on the wing. Wayne, bounce pass down the block to Carpenter, who makes it. That ball thought about coming out for a second, but Carpenter had enough English to get it to go on down.
I mean, we've been so wide open down there, it's kind of hard to make them.
25-18, Breads up by 7 with 3 minutes left to go. Here's almost a steal by Sword, but picking up the loose ball was Schweitzer. Schweitzer looking for help. Gets it between the circle to Clark. Clark back to Schweitzer. Fakes the three. Moves inside the arc. Goes baseline against the double team. Kicks it up top to Kiskaden. And as Kiskaden makes his move, he's going to travel. For the Blue Jackets, stepping back in will be Sexton. Cynthiana Hardee's has great meal options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Make sure to stop by soon on U.S. Highway 27, south of Cynthiana. Crossing the timeline with the basketball will be Kendall. Drifts to the right side, long range, gets it in the hands of Sword. Sword double team. No look pass down low to Harris, who lays it in. What a beauty. You have to practice and practice and practice that one. 27-18, Harrison County matches its largest lead at 9 points. That was a great pass by J.D. Sword. With the basketball in the front court between the circles is Clark to the foul line to Morris. Back outside the arc to Clark for a three-point try. Rims out this time, and Biddle is there for the rebound. He'll get the ball to Kendall in the front court to Sword. Sword races baseline, dumps it off. Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Harrison County, they're going to say, so Nicholas County will have the ball. Stay tuned at halftime for stats and a recap during the Fryman's Hilltop Grill halftime report. 2:11 left until that halftime show. Harrison leading 27-18, but Nicholas County has the basketball at the top of the key. Schweitzer. Right side, long range to Sexton. Sexton to the left side. Clark wide open for a three. Good. 4 trays in the game for Wyatt Clark as he brings his team back to within a half a dozen at 27-21. Wow, his 3rd tray of the second quarter. Harris at the top of the key hands the ball to Kendall. Kendall gives the ball to Carpenter. Carpenter from the right elbow extended. Good. 9 first half points for Clay Carpenter. Harrison's lead back out to 29-21. Down to less than a minute and a half in a quickly moving first half. With the basketball on the near side of the midcourt circle is Schweitzer. Now has the ball tapped away by Sword. Sword goes coast to coast. His layup is missed. Carpenter tap, no. Ensuing rebound is going to be knocked out high and into the hands of Morris. In the front court with the basketball, Nicholas County. A floater by Morris, no good. Biddle with the rebound for the Reds. Looking for help, and now a foul is going to be called on Nicholas County. It's going to be on Sexton, and that'll be Ethan Sexton's 2nd personal foul. Buckle up with State Farm and get auto insurance that fits your needs. Call Joe Cochran at 234-3813 and get the coverage you deserve with State Farm. Kendall looks back at Coach Brooks to see what play he wants to run with 50 seconds left on the clock, and the Reds leading 29-21. The Reds have led by as many as 9 a couple of times. Harris in the paint, lobs one up, but he's going to be wiped off because of a charge call. Good job that time by Lincoln Morris as Harris commits the turnover. So give the ball back to Nicholas now with 42 seconds on the clock here in the first half. Bringing the ball up the floor will be Schweitzer. I'll tell you one thing, John Michael's got his team prepared, no doubt about it. Schweitzer hands the ball off to Morris, now to Clark. To the left side, he'll find Sexton. Sexton to the right side, long range to Morris once again. Morris will hand the ball to Clark. Clark on a weave, gives the ball to Sexton. Sexton in the paint to Schweitzer. Fall away 8-footer is no good. Carpenter grabs the rebound for the Reds. He'll race the ball into the front court. Carpenter coast to coast from the block off the glass and good with 10 seconds left to put his team up by its largest margin at 31-21. Here's a long three, rims out. Rebound though, put back good on a nice play by Brady Schweitzer as the buzzer sounds as Harrison County let down on defense for just enough time for Schweitzer to come in and get the putback. And I'm sure that's something that Coach will talk about in the locker room. However, Harrison County still leads by a score of 31-23. We invite you to stay tuned now for our halftime show brought to you by Fryman's Hilltop Grill. We'll go over all the scoring and stats from the first half. But once again from here on the Hilltop, and opening round action of the boys 38th District Tournament, your halftime score, Harrison County 31, Nicholas County 23. You're listening to the boys 38th District Tournament on WCYN Sports. Hilltop, we've got a closer than expected challenge in this game between Harrison County and Nicholas County. The Breds came in about a 20-point favorite, but right now leading by just 8, 31-23. Thoroughbreds looked at first like they had a little trouble getting out of bed this morning as they fell behind 5-2 in the early going, but then a 14-2 run to end up the first half put the Breds ahead 16-7 going into the second quarter. Breds saw that 9-point lead at one time in the first half, chiseled down to just 3 at 18-15 as the Blue Jackets went on a mini 8-2 run, mostly because of 3-point shooting by freshman Wyatt Clark. But then the Breds extended the lead out to 9 at 27-18 when J.D. Sword threw a picture-perfect no-look pass to Richard Harris, who easily laid it in, giving the Breds a 27-18 lead. And right now they lead by 8 because of a buzzer-beating putback by Brady Schweitzer of Nicholas County. Taking a look at the scoring, first for the Blue Jackets. They're led by Wyatt Clark, who has converted those 4 trays into 12 points. 7 points for Brady Schweitzer, including a 3-pointer. And 4 points for Lincoln Morris, also playing but not scoring for this makeshift Nicholas County lineup. Ethan Sexton, Andrew Watkins, and Tyler Kiskade. For Harrison County, Clay Carpenter leads the way with 11 points. He also leads the team in rebounding with 4. 4 points each for Caden Custard and Blaine Biddle. 3 points for J.D. Kendall. Braylon Hinton has also had a 3-pointer for his 3 points. And then 2 points have been scored by Richard Harris, Garrett Wilson, and Ian Boland. The only players who did not score in the first half, surprisingly, J.D. Sword, Harrison County's leading scorer on the year. Will Furnish also got in there for a few minutes, but was unable to make a basket. That's the way the individual numbers look. Once again, we want to thank Fryman's Hilltop Grill for sponsoring our halftime show all season long and now into the postseason. But we'll take a break right now, come back and have Mike take a look at the team stats. That's coming up right after this timeout. We'll be back with more of the Fryman's Hilltop Grill halftime report right here on WCYN Sports.
Friday, we're back here on the Hilltop with the halftime score of Harrison County 31, Nicholas County 23. This is the second part of the Fryman's Hilltop Grill halftime report. For Nicholas County, they've shot the ball 23 times, made 8 of them for 35%. 5 of those 8 were 3-pointers. 5 out of 11, 45%. They're perfect from the foul line, 2 for 2. They have just 5 turnovers and 8 rebounds, 5 offensive, 6 defensive rebounds. Now, the rebounding line, Harrison County has 8 offensive rebounds, which is as many as Nicholas County has total. 9 defensive, so that's 17 rebounds for Harrison County. They lead by 9 rebounds, which is largely responsible for the lead. For shooting, they've shot 50%, 14 out of 28, made only 1 out of 6 from three-point line for 17%, and only half their foul shots, 2 out of 4. Foul shooting hasn't been a factor in this game. There's only been 4 points made from the foul line, 2 by each team. Harrison County has 4 turnovers, so 1 less turnover and 6 more field goals, but 4 fewer threes. So the three-point line and the young fella's been making those has been pretty open.
Yeah.
Inexplicably after the first couple.
Yeah, you think by the third one we'd guard a little bit better, but no, we left him open. Then after three, you think we'd even more concentrating on where he's at. But the last three he made, there was nobody within 20 feet of him.
Well, one of those he made, if they'd been within 20 feet of him, they'd been way outside the line because he was way out there. He was standing on the H when he made that one. But you're always going to do that. You got to guard him.
That's right.
And on offense, we've been trying to force stuff.
Yes.
You know, we made some good passes and looked good. That pass to Richard was really good. But our good passes have been few and far between, more force and stuff. Some of it's going in. Yeah. But you can't make a living on, I mean, we can probably beat Nicholas County playing like this. But we can't beat anybody else.
No.
We got to quit going one-on-one every time and start moving the ball. We do pretty good on that weave if we have the patience to do it.
When we have the patience, that's the thing. It's almost like after the third pass, we get all excited and think, I've got to score.
We passed it 3 times. Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
So anyway, I feel pretty good about this game, but like I say, we got to play better with each other and quit trying to just go one-on-one all the time.
All right, you've been listening to the halftime show brought to you by Fryman's Hilltop Grill. We'll take a break and come back for the third quarter handoff right for this timeout. Once again, your halftime score, Harrison County 31, Nicholas County 23. You're listening to the Boys 38th District Tournament on WCYN Sports. As we begin the third quarter of play, Nicholas County will have the basketball down by 8 as they hung really close to the Breds in that first half using a makeshift lineup. Remember, no Dalton Davenport, who's their leading scorer on the year. Jacob Hatton and Tate Letcher, 2 other key cogs on this Blue Jacket program machine, also not here, but the ones that are out there are doing a good job of keeping the team close. That's a big credit to Coach John Michael Wrights and his staff, and probably his dad a little bit too. Alrighty, Nicholas County with the basketball. In the corner is Clark. Bounce pass to the elbow to Morris. Knocked away and stolen by Kendall. JD, coast to coast, lays it up and in. That's a good way to start things off here in the second half. A steal and bucket by JD Kendall, which puts Harrison County up by 10, 33-23. Little token pressure by the Breds. Nicholas County breaks it. Now falling down is Morris. Loose ball picked up by Sword to Carpenter. Carpenter from the block. Follow away jumper. Bounces off. Tapped by Biddle. No. And on the ensuing rebound, I think we're going to have a foul on Harrison County, and we do on Biddle. Who just a frustration foul off after not making that putback. Full court man pressure by the Breds. Trying to get the ball in bounds will be Morris. Gets it into the hands of Sexton. Back to Morris, who will bring the ball into the front court. Across the midcourt stripe in the middle of the floor. Now reverses to the right side. Spins in the paint. The lob up from 12 is off to the right, but Morris gets his own rebound. He'll kick it back out front to Clark. Clark drives, kicks it to the left side on a skip pass and into the hands of Schweitzer. Schweitzer up top to Clark for an NBA three. Good! Holy cow! Wyatt Clark burying the tray from the midcourt circle to get his team back to within 7 at 33-26. Man, that was down and buried.
That was on the C, at least.
That was a long shot. Now Caden Custard going towards the basket. We'll put that down. NBA. Going to have a foul called on Schweitzer. That'll be his first and send Custard to the line. Caden on the year, a 64% free throw shooter.
Well, Clark was just being fair. He made one on the from the H the first half.
Yeah,
C the second.
There you go. That's what it was. Yeah. First free throw by Custard is good. He now has 5 points on the night. Extends his team's lead to 34-26. Braylon Hinton will check in for the Thoroughbreds. Caden's second free throw is on the way and good as well. Harrison County's lead extends back to 35-26. Now they're going to have a 30-second timeout by Nicholas County as Coach Wright saw that his team was about to get a 5-second call on that full court pressure. But, man, you got to give all the credit in the world, Mike, to this Nicholas County team. They're fighting and clawing, and because of all those threes that Clark's firing up, they're staying close.
Well, yeah, they've done things that we haven't done in a lot of games, and that is they're finding the hot hand and keep him getting the ball rather than playing it's my turn to shoot.
And he is shooting 35% from three on the year, so this is not like it's his first rodeo.
No, and he's and like say you can't guard him far enough out. I mean, you can't play a 2-3. I think we were playing a 2-3 for a while. You can't play a 2-3 because unless you might play a 1-1-3.
Against the full court pressure out of the timeout, inbounding the ball will be Kiskaden. He'll get it into the hands of Schweitzer, who's going to be fouled by Custard, going for the steal, and that'll be 2 on Caden. Need to feed a hungry crew fast? Order a Beast Pizza right now. Don't forget about wings and salads, too. Call 235-7627. That's 235 somewhere. Trent just said snap. With the basketball in the backcourt, Schweitzer against the defensive Custard. Schweitzer calls to the timeline on the far side of the circle. Now spins to the top of the key, goes to the elbow, up top, gets the ball in the hands of Kiskaden for 3, rims out. Rebound pulled down by Sword. JD quickly in the front court to Custard. He'll try to dish the ball off, and he's going to be called for the charge as he got out of control. I think he was looking for Blaine to turn around, and Blaine never did. That'll be 3 fouls on Caden, so he'll have to come out for a little while anyway, as Carpenter checks back into the lineup. Against the pressure, trying to inbounds the ball will be Morris. He'll get the ball to Schweitzer. As soon as the ball comes inbounds, Harrison's press backs off.
That hurts us on defense. Caden does as much as offense.
Yeah, and rebounding too.
Yes.
Sexton to the left side, long range to Kiskaden. Kiskaden up top finds Schweitzer. Schweitzer to the left side to Morris. Morris traveled, no call. Out top, Kiskaden fires a three-pointer after faking the pass. It's no good. Kendall with the rebound. Up the floor and into the front court comes Sword. Dishes it to Carpenter. Carpenter baseline. Reverse layup is way off. Morris comes down with the rebound. He'll bring the ball up the floor. Harrison still up by 9. And now a pass into the corner. Might have been tipped, but the officials are saying no. Kiskaden will be the last one to touch, they say, so give the ball to Harrison.
He would have had to have awful long arms.
Sword will bounce the ball to Kendall, who looks to Coach Brooks to see what play he wants to run. 5.5 minutes left here in the third. Harrison leading 35-26. The Breds led by 8 at the half. Here's a long three. Good from the far side by Hinton. For Braylon, that's his second tray of the game. And gives Harrison County its biggest lead of the night at 38-26. 5:10 left in the third. Now a floater in the lane by Sexton is good. Every time it seems like we score, Nicholas County is answering. We're going to have to stop that.
Well, we trailed him all the way through the daggone play.
With the basketball into the front court comes Kendall, who's taking over point guard duties with Caden Custard on the bench in foul trouble. Pass to the right side to Hinton. Hinton now drifts, pass to the left side to Kendall in the paint to Biddle. His hook shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by Sword. Sword puts up a 10-footer. It's no good. This time the rebound's going to be grabbed by Morris, and they're going to call a jump ball. Boland will check in for the Thoroughbreds as Hinton will come out. Alternating possession arrow will keep the ball in the hands of the Thoroughbreds.
Braylon made a nice three-pointer, but he was trailing his guy through, and Coach Brooks has been pretty consistent about you got to play defense.
Carpenter lobs the ball up top to Boland. Boland to the left side to Carpenter, who goes back between the circles. And now a whistle away from the ball, and 3 seconds called on Biddle. I think that might have been a makeup call.
I don't know. Gosh. I mean, I'm sure it was right. I mean, he did have his 10 out, but still.
Yeah. Inbounds pass will come to Schweitzer. His team trailing by 10, 38-28. In between the circles now, Schweitzer hands the ball to Clark. Clark back to Schweitzer. Schweitzer stops, gets it to Kiskaden for 3. Good! Going to leave him open. He's going to make that shot. And just like that, the Blue Jackets are back to within 7 at 38-31 as we hit the midway point of the third quarter. Carpenter on the left side on the weave to Kendall, to the foul line to Boland. Boland spins around, gets to Carpenter, 16-footer off the glass and good. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good.
Yeah, we needed that. We needed a little luck there.
With the basket to make it 40-31. Harrison County back up by 9. 3:38 left here in the third quarter. Clark with the basketball at the left elbow. Goes down to the block, kicks it up top to Schweitzer.
Blaine did a good job there keeping his feet.
Yeah, because that would have been very easily to go up. Now Schweitzer from the lane, a 10-footer, no good. Boland with the rebound, and here come the Reds up by 9. Kendall to Boland near the center circle. To the left side to Kendall, long range. Kendall looks over to Coach Brooks, now backs up inside the center circle. Now drifts to the left side before reversing back to the right. Goes down to the block in the corner, finds Carpenter for 3. Just a little bit off. Rebound pulled down by Sexton. And now a loose ball on the floor picked up by Sexton. He'll get the ball to Kiskaden in the front court. He'll find Clark. A floater in the lane from 10 is good. Wyatt Clark is beating us to death. He now has 17 points. Harrison's lead back down to 7 at 40-33. 2:43 left here in this third quarter. Kendall with the basketball. To the right side to Carpenter. Goes to the block. A leaner is going to be waved off. A charge called. Nice play that time by Morris as Carpenter just picked up his first personal foul.
And then he's talking to the ref, and that's not the ref to talk to. I'll tell you that right now. He doesn't talk to players.
Right. Will Furnish will check in quickly for the Reds coming in for Biddle. You need someone to protect your home, auto, and more like they're protecting the rim? That's when you call Dan Furnish. Call Dan with any questions about insurance coverage at 234-4514. That's Dan Furnish at 234-4514. With the basketball across the timeline comes Schweitzer, right side. Gets it up top to Kiskaden for the open 3-try air ball. Got a little too excited that time after making that previous one.
They had to beg him to shoot.
Yeah.
Until he finally made one, and then now he thought he was Pete Maravich for a minute.
Coming into the game, Kiskaden was making 39% of his threes, so I'd say they'll tell him to fire away.
Yeah, I mean, that's not bad.
No. Kendall to the right side to Sword, who nearly fell down but kept his dribble. Now a pass is knocked to the bounds by Sexton.
Oh, we're out of sorts.
2:06 left. Harrison leading by 7, but it's a shaky 7.
It is. We're
From in front of the Sable, Sword gets the ball to Kendall. To the left side to Boland. He was open for a 3 for a second, but turned it down and get it back between the circle to Kendall. Kendall looks at the clock, sees we're under 2 minutes to go in the third. Nicholas has shaved a couple of points, or making that a point off the halftime lead. Now a 3 fired up by Sword, but there was a foul first underneath. I think it might have been Morris trying for position.
Yeah.
That'll be Lincoln Morris's first personal foul, just a common foul. From his own baseline, Carpenter will trigger the inbounds pass. Clay, the senior, looking, lobs it to Bowen from the block, puts up a shot short. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Harrison, so Nicholas County will get the ball back, trailing by 7. Harrison's largest lead was 38-26. Just about 3 minutes ago, but Nicholas County back to within 7 and with the basketball. Schweitzer races up into the front court, goes to the block, stops, looking for help. And now we're going to have a full timeout called by Nicholas, so we'll take it as well. 1:37 left to go in the third. Your score, Harrison County 40, Nicholas County hanging in there with 33. You're listening to the 38th District Tournament on WCYN Sports. righty, back here at the Hilltop, 40-33. Harrison leads. Nicholas County, though, has the basketball with $1:37 left to go in the third. From his own baseline, out of the timeout, Kiskaden gets the ball to Schweitzer. Schweitzer now will bring the ball back between the circles to reset the offense. This is a pretty big possession right now for Nicholas.
For us, too.
Schweitzer on the left side picks up his dribble, gets the ball to Clark. Clark races to the elbow, now tries a pass off of the hands of Morris and into the backcourt for an over and back. So Harrison County will get the ball. You need someone to protect your home, Otto and Moore, like they're protecting the rim. That's when you call Dan Furnish. Call Dan with any questions about insurance coverage at 234-4514. That's Dan Furnish at 234-4514.
Fans lose their credibility when they yell, he hit it on a play like that.
Yeah. With the basketball, Boland up top to Furnish. To the left side, find the corner to Sword. Wrap around pass to Kendall. Back to Furnish, who races to the basket and misses the layup. And on the rebound, we're going to have a tie-up. Possession arrow will give the ball back to the Blue Jackets. Will, you've got to make those shots. You're 6'11", son. Everybody wishes they were your size. Against the full court pressure, Kiskaden gets the ball inbounds to Schweitzer as we go to a minute left.
Except when they're buying shoes and pants.
This is true. Schweitzer across the timeline on the near side of the circle. Now goes to the baseline. Follow away 13-footer. No. Rebound pulled down by Kendall. A little bit of a quick shot there that time by Nicholas. Sword to Carpenter. Down low to Furnish. Layup good. That's the way it's done. Give the assist to Carpenter. Furnish scores his first 2 points of the contest. Harrison's lead back to 9 at 42-33. 38 seconds left to go in this quarter. Kiskaden with the basketball in between the circles, just kind of yo-yoing it right now, as Nicholas County obviously going for the last shot of this third quarter.
As long as Kiskaden doesn't fumble off himself, he can dribble until it's time to run the play.
15 seconds, 42-33, Harrison County. We had a tie and a lead change very early.
Oh, my.
Here's a shot put up, no good. Furnish with the rebound. He also had blocked the shot. Now a three fired up and good by Wyatt Clark. And that is the way that the third quarter will end. With your score, Harrison County 42, Nicholas County 36. You're listening to the boys' 38th District Tournament on WCYN Sports. Back here at the Hilltop, Wyatt Clark, who now has 6 3-pointers in the ball game, fires in a long tray just ahead of the buzzer to turn what should have been a 9-point Harrison County lead going into the fourth quarter into just 6. Fortunately, the Thoroughbreds will have the basketball. Harrison 10-9, Nicholas 10-16. Harrison will maybe try to take some air out of this basketball. We'll see. Custer back in the game to Harris on the right wing, long range. Richard then drops the ball. Loose ball picked up by Sword. Sword goes baseline. And now nearly threw the ball away. Furnish picks up the loose ball. Left side Custard inside the arc. Lobs to the far side to Sword. Sword, a leaner in the lane, and we're going to have a charge call. Good play that time by Morris, as we're just not playing very good basketball right now.
You just got to quit going one-on-one. There's something.
Just like the Breds and Phillies delivering 3-pointers and Wyatt Clark, Kelly's Pizza can deliver to you tonight. Call 298-2048 to place your order. Kelly's Pizza, also available for pickup in the Bridge Street Plaza. Down by a half a dozen after trailing by as many as 12. Here in this half, Nicholas County with the basketball. Schweitzer at the top of the key. Spins around, finds Kiskaden on the left side. In the corner, he'll get the ball to Sexton. Sexton backs up, now on the wing, finds Clark. Clark to the right side to Kiskaden, and now we're going to have a foul called on overguarding on Sword. And that'll be JD's third, so Sword and Custard each with 3 fouls apiece. Braylon Hinton will check back in. Cynthiana Hardee's has great meal options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Make sure to stop by soon on U.S. Highway 27, south of Cynthiana. Inbounds pass comes to Kiskaden on the left wing. He'll find Clark. Clark inside the arc, and now we're going to have a foul called on the Thoroughbreds. It's going to be on Hinton. Now it'll be Braylon's first. You got to move your feet, guys.
You know, I know that we got big guys, but we got big guys everywhere. We need to.
One and one is.
We only got 6 fouls on the board.
Larry White, the official scorer, says it's 1 and 1, and that's what we're going to do. So going to the line, Wyatt Clark on the air. Clark, a 74% free throw shooter, as Biddle will check back in for Furnish. Clark's first trip to the line tonight, 20 points for him. Just a freshman. First free throw is perfect, just like his threes. 42-37. Harrison County is ahead by just 5 points with 7:10 left in this first round game of the district tournament. Second free throw is no good. Biddle comes down with the rebound for the Breds.
He'll learn not to walk off the line when he's shooting. That's why he missed that one.
Custard across the timeline, looks over to Coach Brooks. Now makes his move in between the circles. Gets it in the paint to Biddle on the baseline. Carpenter, 10-footer good. There you go. Give Biddle the assist. Carpenter with 15 points. Harrison County's lead back out to 7 at 44-37. With the basketball in the front court is Schweitzer at the top of the key. Schweitzer hands the ball to Clark, and as Clark makes his move to the basket, a foul's going to be called on him.
He's going to get a technical. No, he didn't get one, but he's real lucky.
Yeah, that jumping up and down stuff ain't going to work. Going to the line will be Clark. He just did make 1 out of 2. 6:34 on the clock. 44-37, Harrison up. First free throw is good by Clark. Narrows the gap to 44-38. Second free throw upcoming is going to be no good.
He walked off the line again. He makes the first one, he walks off the line.
Custard with the rebound. Harrison up by a half a dozen again, but this time we have the ball to Harris. Harris at the top of the key, makes his move on the right elbow. Gets it to the top to Custard, to the left side to Carpenter. Dumps it down on the block to Biddle. Skip pass to Hinton. Far side three. Good! There's another Kellyan's Pizza three-pointer. Delivered by the Thoroughbreds. The third of the game by Hinton. Off the assist from Blaine Biddle. Harrison County up 47-38. That's a huge three. With the basketball, a three fired up. No good this time by Morris. Rebound pulled down by Carpenter. Into the front court with the basketball come the Thoroughbreds. Custard looks over to Coach Case for the call this time. Coach Case says, yeah, that's the one I want to run. On a weave, Hinton gives the ball to Custard on the left side. Custard at the top of the key. Pass it left to Carpenter in front of his own bench. Back up top to Custard once again. Now looking for Hinton, but double teamed is Custard, but is able to dribble out of it. Goes to the foul line for a pull-up jumper. No good off to the left. Rebound's going to be pulled down by Schweitzer. And here come the Blue Jackets. Sexton races to the basket. His shot might have been partially blocked by Harris. Hinton with the rebound. Quickly in the front court comes Custard. Custard picks up the ball, gets it to Biddle, and now a timeout called by the Thoroughbreds. We'll take it as well. 5:12 left to go, your score. Harrison County 47, Nicholas County 38. You're listening to Thoroughbred and 38th District Tournament Basketball on WCYN Sports. Thank you.
Indesti.
All righty, here we go out of the timeout. Harrison with the basketball. Hinton will lob the ball into the backcourt to Custard, who will recross the line into the front court. We'll hand the ball to Harris. Harris at the top of the key, moves to the elbow, in the paint, to the block, to the glass, good! Nice drive that time by Harris. And Harrison County, just like that, has gotten the lead back to double digits, and a foul has been called on Sexton as well. Boy, how things can change. The Breads had let what at one time was a 12-point lead down to 5. Now, if Harris can make this free throw, he'll be back up to 11. Harris on the season is just 1 for 2 from the line. Free throw up, free throw, oh, wait, oh, right. Oh, ew. Rebound pulled down by Sexton. We're going to have to work on those free throws. Wow. 5 minutes left to go. Schweitzer in the corner finds Clark. Clark drives, now kicks it back into the hands of Watkins, who's back in the game. Now to Morris on the right side of the paint. Morris kicks it on the wing to Clark for a 3. Good! Holy cow!
He's wide open.
Wyatt Clark, a career high 25 points and 7 trays, has made the score 49-41. What a Herculean effort tonight by Wyatt Clark, the freshman. Now Harris drives to the basket. His shot's no good, but a foul is going to be called. And he'll go to the line for 2, and hopefully these will look a little bit better than that last free throw try. Morris picks up his second personal foul. Cynthiana Hardee's has great meal options for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Make sure to stop by soon on U.S. Highway 27, south of Cynthiana. First free throw by the senior, Richard Harris, is off the flange. He'll have another try at it. 49-41, Breads lead, 4:27 left. Up in Falmouth, Pendleton County and Robertson County are playing the other first-round game of this tournament. Second free throw also no good, but knocking the ball out of bounds was going to be Morris, who was trying to grab it. So the Breads catch a break there. From his own baseline, Carpenter will trigger the inbounds pass. Clay looking, lobs it to Hinton. To the left side finds Kendall. Kendall back to the midcourt circle to Custard, who will reset the offense. Custard now drives to the near side. Gets it to Carpenter on the wing in front of his own bench. Up top now to Hinton. Braylon, who has 3 threes today, now backs it up near the timeline and gets the ball to Custard. A lot of contact going on. Custard just kind of dribbling around on the far side of the circle. He'll move to the top of the key, dishes it off to Carpenter. Carpenter on the baseline to Kendall. Kendall drives, kicks it in the paint to Custard, and Custard's going to be hammered by Kiskaden. That'll be Tyler Kiskaden's first personal foul, but only the 15th foul on Nicholas County. From his own baseline with under 4 to go, Hinton will trigger the inbounds pass.
I don't think Kiskaden thought of it, but that's a pretty good foul.
Carpenter almost lost the ball, picks it up, gets it back to Harris. Harris in the paint, up top to Custard. In the corner finds Hinton for 3. Oh, no good off the front of the rim. And on the rebound, Harrison County is going to be over the back. Foul on Carpenter, that'll be Clay's second. So we'll walk the other way and shoot some free throws. Visit Fryman's Hilltop Grill for daily specials Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. You can call ahead for quick pickup by dialing 234-1797. Schweitzer at the line for the first time tonight on the year. He is a 65% free throw shooter as J.D. Sword will come back in the game for Carpenter. Schweitzer, who had all 7 of his points in the first half, came in averaging 16. So we've done a good job on him tonight. First free throw is good at the 3:43 mark, which cuts the deficit for the Blue Jackets down to 7 at 49-42. With 3:43 left, his second free throw is also good. 49-43. We just can't seem to shake this very game Nicholas County squad. With the basketball across the timeline comes Custard. Custard drifts to the left side, gets it in the corner to Sword, lobs it down low to Harris. His shot gonna be no good. Rebound by Harris, put back, no good. Rebound is this time gonna be picked up by Watkins. Watkins with the basketball. Will bring it into the front court and give it off to Schweitzer. Schweitzer to Morris for 3, off the flange. Long rebound though, chased down by Clark. He'll drive to the basket, his layup is no good. Rebound on the floor, picked up by Clark. We got a Nicholas County kid down, and now they'll finally call time. as can't tell who that is. Got clobbered underneath the basket as several players were going for the rebound.
Sexton. Is it Sexton?
I might be Morris. I think it's Lincoln Morris, but we'll tell for sure as he got smacked in the head.
Sexton over here.
Yeah, I think it's Lincoln Morris. Coming into the game for the first time will be Carter Fryman. Carter Fryman, a 5'10 freshman who's averaging a point a game. Morris is up on his own accord, but he is seeing the butterflies. He got knocked pretty good. Yeah. He's going to have to walk this one up. Oh, he's grabbing his jaw. I think somebody might have caught him on the jaw with an elbow. Thanks. Buckle up with State Farm and get auto insurance that fits your needs. Call Joe Cochran at 234-3813 and get the coverage you deserve with State Farm. Harrison County had gotten the rebound prior to the whistle being blown to get Morris taken care of, and so Harrison with the ball, leading 49-43, under 3 minutes to go. Kendall on the right side, between the circles finds Harris. Lobs it down low to Custard. Custard between the double team, lays it up and misses it. Rebound pulled down by Caden. His putback is no good, but he's fouled, and he'll go to the line. Foul's going to be assessed to Kiskaden, and that'll be Tyler Kiskaden's second personal foul. Custard back to the line where he's 2 for 2. First free throw by the
bonus
freshman.
after this too.
Yes, is on the way and good. Extends Harrison's lead to 50-43. With 2:45, that's a lifetime on the clock. Second free throw is going to be off the front of the rim. Knocked out of bounds by Harrison County. So give the ball back to Nicholas. Full court pressure being applied by the Breds, as has been the case since the second half began. Kiskaden gets an inbounds to Schweitzer, and Schweitzer going to be bumped by Caden, and that'll be 4 fouls on Caden Custard. With 2:42 left, 50-43 your score. They'll send Schweitzer to the line. That's now the double bonus. Schweitzer 2 for 2 from the charity stripe, has 9 points. First free throw by the senior is good. The lone senior who's gotten any kind of playing time tonight.
Morris coming back in there.
Yeah, Morris coming back in. Good to see him. He just got waylaid, I think. Second free throw also good by Schweitzer. And it's back to a 5-point game. 50-45, Harrison with the lead. Custard crosses the timeline in the middle of the floor. To the right side, long range finds Kendall. Kendall shouts out the play. And now gets to the left side to Sword. Sword in the paint. Dumps it down low to Harris, who bobbles the ball, but puts it up and in. 6 points for Richard. 52-45 your score. Now we need to play some D. With the basketball is Schweitzer, goes to the rack and has his shot knocked out of bounds. Nicholas will maintain possession. 2:09 on the clock. From his own baseline, Morris to trigger the inbounds pass. Both these teams vying for a trip to the championship game on Thursday night, right back here. On the right side, Schweitzer, he'll bring it back to the top of the key. Wanted to hand the ball off to Clark, who now has it. Clark double teamed, and we're going to have a blocking foul on Caden. If my fingers are correct, that's 5. So Harrison County's point guard fouls out with still 1:58 left. And the game still very much in the balance. Harrison leading 52-45. Going to the line will be Clark. He's 2 for 4. First one's going to be good.
He always makes his first one.
Yeah, and always, at least so far, misses the second. We'll see what happens here.
Let's see if he stands still this time. He did.
Second free throw is good as well. 27 points for Wyatt Clark. 52-47. Kendall with the basketball. Takes over point guard duties.
8 out of 10 from the foul line.
And now a timeout called by the Breds. We'll take it as well. 1:52 left to go. Your score, Harrison County 52, Nicholas County 47. You're listening to Thoroughbred and 38th District Tournament Basketball on WCYN Sports. Alrighty, back here at the Hilltop. This one's going to the wire. Harrison County up by 5, a minute 52 left. Reds with the ball out of the timeout. Carpenter lobs the ball into the backcourt to Kendall, who's taking over point guard duties. Caden Custard is fouled out. Harris with the basketball, nearly had it taken away from him, but they're going to call a foul on Watkins. That'll be Watkins' first, and that will send Richard to the line for one and the bonus. He'll have to make the first to earn a second try, and Richard has struggled, going 0 for 3 from the line tonight. Ethan Sexton will check back into the game as Coach Wright's doing some situational substituting between Watkins and Sexton.
If Richard can't make a foul shot, we're going to have to get him out of the game.
Yes. First free throw by the senior is on the way, and a knuckleball is no good. And on the rebound, we'll have a foul call on Harrison County. Foul is going to be assessed to Carpenter, I believe, and that will be Clay's third. Brady Schweitzer, who's 4 for 4 from the line, a chance to cut the deficit down to 3, which would make the score the closest it's been since it was 7-5 early in the first quarter. First one's on the way and off the front of the rim, no good. Wow. Back in the game, Watkins returns for when Nicholas goes on defense the next time down the floor.
Yeah, they're going to foul Harris every time until we do something.
Second free throw upcoming at a minute 46, and this one is no good either. Kendall comes down with the rebound for the Thoroughbreds. He'll bring the ball up the floor himself, crosses the timeline on the near side of the midcourt circle, spins to the top of the key, dumps it to Sword, to the block, to the glass, good! Nice drive that time for the first 2 points of the game for J.D. Sword. Makes it 54-47. Boy, we needed that one a big way. A minute 24 left. Harrison up by 7. Nicholas with the basketball up top. Kiskade to the left side, finds Schweitzer for the 3. Air ball. Rebound pulled down by Harris. And now a foul called. And it's going to be on Nicholas County. It's going to be on Watkins. That'll be his second. Write myself some notes. Richard Harris back to the line where he's 0 for 4. Another 1-1. A minute 14 left. First free throw is good. Thank you, Lord. 7 points now for Harris. Harrison's lead now 55-47. A minute 14 on the clock. Second free throw for number 4 is no good. Schweitzer wades in to get the rebound. His team down by 8. Gets the ball to Schweitzer up top for a 3. Rims out. Rebound pulled down by Kendall as our height is really starting to show here. Sword in the backcourt with the basketball. Comes across the midcourt line. Now Sword falls down, and Coach Brooks has to call a timeout before Sword turns it over. 53 seconds left to go. Just a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. Harrison County leading 55-47, and it ain't safe yet.
No, it's better than it was when it was going to be 5. But, we're dribbling the ball too much. There's 3 people on JD then, and we got people wide open. Of course, but you don't want to go up to Richard. I mean, really. I mean, he's 1 out of what? 7?
One out of 6.
6. For the quarter, we're 2 out of 8 from the foul line. They
Well,
missed
yeah,
their
because Caden was 1 for 2.
Yeah, they missed their last 2, but
Yeah.
they're still 8 out of 12 in the quarter, which has become a foul shooting contest, really.
Yeah.
Because they only have 1 field goal in the fourth quarter. Nicholas,
Right, that 3
3-pointer.
by Clark.
Yeah. And we
All right.
have 5.
All righty, out of the timeout. Harrison with the ball, leading by 8, 53 seconds left. Carpenter into the backcourt, finds Kendall. You got to figure Nicholas going to have to start fouling pretty soon, down by 8.
They don't want to.
Kendall to the right side to Sword at the hash. Now skip pass to the top of the key to Carpenter, who's going to be fouled. That foul is going to be on Schweitzer. It'll be Schweitzer's second personal. So Carpenter goes to the line, 1 and the bonus. Carpenter is 1 for 2 from the line tonight, has 15 points to lead his team. Morris and Sexton return to the floor as Watkins and Fryman check out. 42 seconds. It seems like there's so much time on the clock.
Yeah, well, 8-point lead.
A lot of stuff can happen with threes. Carpenter's first free throw is on the way, and too hard, no good. Rebound pulled down by Harris. Good job by Richard. Shot put up, no good. Why did we shoot the ball? Now racing for the loose ball. Harris is going to be whistled for a foul. That'll be Richard's second personal foul. So we'll head the other way and shoot some free throws. Back in the game, Fryman and Watkins will return after this first free throw by Schweitzer. Schweitzer hit his first 4, but then missed 2 with his team down by just 5. Now they're down by 8 with 36 seconds left.
We absolutely don't want them scoring with the daggone clock stop.
No. First free throw by the senior is on the way and off the front. Oh, it grabbed the rim somehow and pulled itself through the iron. Braylon Hinton checks back in. 55-48. Second free throw upcoming for Schweitzer with 36 seconds left. Trying to make it a 6-point game is good this time. Nothing but net. 55-49. Harrison gets the ball into the front court. That's Sword on the far sideline. Now to Kendall. Let's just play keep away now. Kendall to Sword on the far sideline. Clock winding down, and now Sword is finally fouled with 26 seconds. That's 10 seconds they left off the clock. Foul's going to be on Watkins, and that'll be his third. So 2-shot fouls. We're in the double bonus for J.D. Sword, his first trip to the line tonight. Good thing is J.D., an 88% free throw shooter, has made 17 of his last 18 free throw tries. Checking to see if it is 1-and-1 or a 2-shot foul. Checking the book, and the official word is 2-shot foul. It's J.D. Sword. It's not going to matter. He's going to make this first one either way. Sword with just 2 points on the night. 26 seconds. His team left is up by 6. Free throw on the way and no good. Wow. Morris checks back in for Fryman. Sexton back in as well.
2 out of 10 from the foul line, Harrison County.
Second free throw is still just a 2-possession game. It's on the way and no good. Oh my gosh. Rebound pulled down by Schweitzer. In the front court, Nicholas. Schweitzer to Clark. Clark at the top of the key. Moves to the right side, now drives to the basket. His leaner from 10 is no good, but a foul is going to be called on Kendall. And with 15 seconds left, Wyatt Clark is going to the line for 2. I don't think that on the entire year up to this point, this is incredible. J.D. sort of missed 4 free throws.
Who was the foul on? This guy that just called the whistle, blowed the whistle, came up and asked Larry something. Who was...
Now they got to check with the third official to figure out who the foul was on.
It couldn't have been Kendall.
Well, he looked like the guilty party.
He's who he called on.
That's who I thought it was. I don't know why there was such a question. All righty, Wyatt Clark 4 for 6 from the line. Makes the first. Narrows the gap to 55 to 50. Really now is will the clock run out with 15 seconds left. And now a whistle by the interior official. Oh, as Watkins was getting something off his shoes. Now he's ready to go. Second free throw is off the front of the rim, no good. Carpenter comes down with the rebound for the Reds. And now with 11 seconds left, he's fouled. Both teams just struggling from the line here at crunch time. You got to remember, Harrison County this year in the fourth quarter, in our wins, we've been hitting 74% of our free throws, but that's going to take a big dip tonight. Carpenter at the line. He is 1 for 3. First one on the way is good this time. Extends the lead out as Morris and Sexton check back in for Nicholas. 56 to 50. Second free throw for the senior, who now has 16 points on the night, is on the way and good. Harrison County up 57 to 50. Quickly into the front court comes Schweitzer. Goes coast to coast. His layup is good. Timeout called by Nicholas County with 4.5 seconds left. Harrison County leads 57 to 52, and this is a full, so we'll take it as well. You're listening to the Boys 38th District Tournament on WCYN Sports. All right, as we get back to play, 5.4 seconds left. 57 to 52. Harrison County just needs to really get this ball in bounds and then hit free throws. Inbounds pass comes to Sword, who's run into for a foul by, is that Fryman? Nope, it's Schweitzer. That'll be his third. 57 to 52 with 4 seconds left. 2-possession game. You'd think it'd be impossible, but I've seen weirder things. I saw USC come back from a 5-point deficit with 3 seconds left to beat Cal one time.
Yeah.
Sword 0 for 2 from the line. Makes this one. Sexton back in. Harrison County now leads 57 to 58 to 52. Second free throw is also good. Thank you, JD. 59-52, racing the ball in the front court. Schweitzer, right side three is way off the mark, and that will be the ball game. Harrison County survives to play another day, but they definitely faced a challenge from the Nicholas County Blue Jackets, who just would not go away. The Harrison County eventually wins by a final score of 59 to 52 to advance to the championship game, which will be played on Thursday night, right back here on the hilltop. The Reds will play either Pendleton County or Robertson County, whoever wins that game that's being played right now in Falmouth in that particular ball game. So Reds back into the championship game after a 1 year's absence. Meanwhile, Nicholas County's drought of not playing in the title game goes now to 8 years, and they are now 0-11 in the district tournament against Harrison County here on the hilltop. All righty, we invite you to stay tuned now for our post-game show brought to you by Dustin Rose out at Farm Bureau. We'll go over all the scoring and stats. I also have a chat with Coach Brooks and also name our Judy Construction Company player of the game. All that coming up after this timeout. But once again, from here on the hilltop, your final score, Harrison County 59, Nicholas County 52. You've been listening to the boys' 38th District Tournament on WCYN Sports. All righty, back here at the hilltop. Harrison County survives to play another day after a difficult challenge of an undermanned Nicholas County squad that took this game to the very limit. And if a play or two here and there goes the opposite way, a free throw's made that was missed or whatever, they might have come out the winner in this game. But Harrison able to keep the Blue Jackets at arm's length, never, after we got the big lead, never led by less than 5 points, but still a tough challenge for our guys tonight. And congratulations, Nicholas County, a great game plan. Kids executed it, and even without Dalton Davenport, they were able to keep pace with Harrison County. Thoroughbreds improved to 11-9, while Nicholas County ends its season at 10-17. Taking a look at the scoring, first for the Blue Jackets, they were paced by Wyatt Clark, the freshman, with a career-high 28 points. He'd had 23 points on a couple of other occasions against Rose Hill and Menifee County, so he actually got 28 points against a real team this time. 15 points for Brady Schweitzer, 8 of those coming in the fourth quarter, and his team stayed in the game. 4 points for Lincoln Morris. A big three-pointer by Tyler Kiskaden in the third for his 3 points, and a couple of points as well for Ethan Sexton. 24 of the 20. No, that's not right. 56 to 16. 24 of the 29 points that Nicholas County scored in the second half came off the hands of either Clark or Schweitzer. Also gaining the game but not scoring, Andrew Watkins and Carter Fryman. For Harrison County, leading the way, Clay Carpenter at 17 points. He was the only thoroughbred in double figures. 3 3-pointers by Braylon Hinton gave him his 9. 7 points each for Caden Custard, who fouled out with just under 2 minutes left to go. 7 points as well for Richard Harris. Also scoring for the Breds, J.D. Sword head forward, as did Blaine Biddle. And a couple of points as well for Will Furnish, Garrett Wilson, and Ian Boland, as everyone who got into the game was able to get their name on the scorebook. That's the way the individual numbers look. We'll take a break, come back, and have Mike take a look at the team stats following this timeout. You've been listening to 38th District Tournament Basketball on WCYN Sports. The Hilltop, Harrison County narrowly escaped the 59-52 victory over Nicholas County. And how'd the stats look?
Stats looks like if we play like this on the Thursday, we'll be playing runner-up. I mean, we won't be playing a runner-up. We'll be in the runner-up.
We will be the runner-up.
Yeah, and that means you get to play Mason or Clark or
one of those fun people.
Yeah, somebody like that. Yeah, one of those people we like so much, Campbell or Scott. I guess since they won tonight, it's be one of them people. Anyway, Nicholas County, for the game, shot the ball 46 times, 23 each half, although it didn't seem like it was ever going to shoot one in the fourth quarter. They ended up shooting 11 times in that quarter, 23 times each half, 46 attempts, made 15 of them for 33%. 9 out of 23 from the three-point line for 39%. The thing about this is Kiskaden shot about 7 of those and made 1. So the rest of them shot the ball, particularly Clark, of course, pretty well. 13 out of 18 from the foul line for 72%.
That's good. They were 18 out of – no, it was the girls were 18-26. Never mind.
9 turnovers, 21 rebounds, 16 defensive, and 5 offensive. The difference in the ballgame. We had 36 rebounds. That's 15 more rebounds. 22 defensive and 14 offensive rebounds. Of course, when you're twice as tall as them and could out-jump them, we had every advantage. 9 turnovers for Harrison County. So we both had the same number of turnovers. Harrison County shot the ball 55 times. Of course, you get a lot more rebounds.
Right.
Made 23 of them for 42%. 3 out of 10 from three-point line. That's 30%. That's average.
We're shooting about 35% on the year, so that's about us.
Here's where we're not going to win any game. 10 out of 21 from the foul line, and we made our last 4.
Which is ironic because when we played them in the regular season in Carlisle, we were 15 for 16.
Yeah.
We like their rims better.
I guess. Well, we got to hit the rim. Well, we hit the rim. I guess we hit the rim almost every time. Anyway, 48% from the foul line. So, for the game, we shot the ball 9 more times, made 8 more field goals. We got some easy shots.
Yeah.
We missed
some easy
2
shots.
3-point blank layups. But, you know, we won the game, and I'm I would suspect that our priorities maybe weren't exactly on Nicholas County,
Maybe not.
but that's risky.
Oh, yeah.
Because as hard as they play, you know, you can't.
I know.
You know, yeah, they play hard.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what happened, and there we are.
All right, we'll take a break, come back, and talk to Coach Brooks about tonight's game after this timeout. 59-52, Harrison beats Nicholas. You've been listening to the Boys 38th District Tournament on WCYN Sports.
Dealing with the real world wasn't easy, even before the whole global pandemic thing. Trying to pay the bills, worrying about family, or just trying to figure out what you want to be. The good news? Maysville Community and Technical College is open and ready, with on-campus and online programs that can lead to essential careers in IT, healthcare, and more, all at less than half the cost of a four-year university. So never put your dreams on hold, and never underestimate you.
All righty, back here at the Hilltop, joined now by Coach Terrence Brooks. And Coach, at this time of year, coaches say, all I want to do is survive and advance, and that's pretty much what we got done tonight.
Yeah, we did. Nicholas County, Coach Wright said Nicholas County ready. Those kids came out and fought and thought we did early, and then late in the game, you know, they wanted more than we did. You know, we got easy opportunities at the layups and missing wide open layups and contested layups, and got fouled, couldn't hit free throws. So,
I know.
You know, we told our kids, we come out like that on Thursday night, we'll get embarrassed. So, you know, we'll have to come in tomorrow and Wednesday and regroup and focus on. I think Robeson County is up on penalty right now.
About 20 points,
and so, you know, we'll probably end up playing Robeson on Thursday night, and it'll be a big challenge for us.
It's been an interesting night across our region. Montgomery beat Bourbon by 2, so we weren't the only team that struggled out there. But back to our game, I don't know, Coach, it just seemed like in the second half we just lost our concentration.
Well, I watched them in warm-ups, and I usually don't say a lot. And I told them in the game, in the locker room after the game, I watched us in warm-ups. We took them for granted. We weren't working hard in warm-ups, and it showed. It showed in the game, and you know, luckily we were able to make a couple of baskets and a couple of free throws down the stretch to hold them off. But like I said, you got to take your hat off to Coach Rice. He had his team prepared, and they were shorthanded. But those kids, one thing about them, and I told our kids yesterday in practice, you know, we have a group of nice kids. We don't have any nastiness on our team, and it's one thing Nicholas County, you can say about Nicholas County, those kids, they're going to fight.
Yes.
They don't care how big you are. They don't care how small they are. They're not backing down from anybody, and we back down. You know, we try to avoid contact tonight, and it causes us to miss some easy shots. And like I said, again, you know, get to the free throw line and miss a free throw. So we've got to do a better job. We shot free throws for 2 weeks. You know, and we stayed on them every day about shooting them, concentrating, knocking them down. And some of our better shooters got up there tonight and didn't make free throws.
I mean, you know it's going to be a bad night when J.D. Sword, who's missed coming into the game 4 free throws all season long, and the 2 he missed were badly missed.
Yeah, J.D. wasn't locked in and focused. You know, again, you know, I just told him, you know, they were supposed to be here at a certain time today, and he was late.
Oh, really?
I watched him in warm-ups, and he was just kind of going through the motions, and it showed up in his play. You know, and he's a good player. He's a kid that our team has depended on and leaned on down the stretch and early in the games, and he wasn't making his jump shot, and it's just like, you know, he just took off from everything else.
Yeah.
So. You know, they haven't been in this position in a while, and the one thing I will say is they fought. They could have gave up. You
Right.
know, we could folded. You know, we didn't. They fought through and they found a way to win. So that's a sign of a good team. And we just had to correct some things and have our minds on right and heads on right for Thursday night.
I think the Bryan Station win there at the end of the season was very important coming into this game because that was a tough physical game that we had to hang on at the end, and we just must have learned some lessons from that. Now, not the lack of concentration lesson, but at least, okay, last couple of minutes, let's get our job done so we can get past this game to the next round. So at least maybe that has seeped through.
Yeah, I mean, Bryan Station game was a physical game. I felt like we matched their intensity. Tonight I didn't feel like we matched their intensity. You know, Nicholas plays that matchup 2-3 zone, and it's really man-to-man, just passing guys off. And our guys just stood, you know.
Yeah.
Early in the game, we wanted to establish our inside game. We missed Blaine a couple of times. I thought that Blaine and Will worked hard to do what we wanted them to do to get open, and we missed them. And some of that is having confidence to pass the ball, getting the ball to them in the right spots in the right time. But you know, it just, you know, people are going to say, you know, we should have played within the last 2 weeks. That wasn't the problem. You know, we weren't focused. I felt like we underestimated them, and they stepped up in challenges and made a ball game out of it.
All right. Like you said, it looks like we'll be playing Robertson County on Thursday night. We've already got one victory over the Black Devils, but I'm sure they remember that.
Oh, yeah, they remember it, and they're playing. You know, Coach Kelch is going through some health issues, and they're playing for him, and they're going to come in excited. You know, they felt like, you know, we shouldn't have beat them at their place, and,
right.
and that they didn't play well, and they're going to come in excited. They're going to come in ready, and our kids are going to have to match that intensity. If not, it'll be a long night for us.
All right, Coach, appreciate you coming by, and we'll talk to you on Thursday.
All right, thanks.
At Thoroughbred Basketball Coach Terrence Brooks after Harrison's 59-52 win here in the first round of the boys 38th District Tournament over a very game Nicholas County. And I echo what Coach Brooks said. John Michael had his team prepared. They were shorthanded, but he got the most out of what those kids could do, and they have no reason to hang their heads because they came out here 20-point underdog, and it was still very much a game with a minute left to go.
Well, John Michael coaches and played just like these kids play.
Right.
You know, never start, never over. You know, you fight till the last second. You're diving all over the floor. You're trying to, you know, if the guy's a little bigger than you, just try a little harder to go through him.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't make it, that kind of stuff doesn't make any difference. You know when you come in how they're bigger than us.
Right.
We're going to have to do this and that.
Yeah,
You know,
and they do.
And there's no excuses in that locker room. I guarantee you.
Right.
That, you know, at halftime when they were down, you know, they're doing this, they're doing that. He don't care. The refs are doing this and that. That don't make a difference. We're playing hard. That's
right.
what we're going to do. That's the way his dad coached. That's the way he coaches. That's the way he played. That's the way these kids in Nicholas County,
Yeah.
every sport, every
sport.
game,
Yes.
whatever it is, they're trying their darndest. That you never have to wonder if you got everything out of them.
No.
Every game, you get everything out of them. It's tremendous how they, as a school, do that year after year, sport after sport, game after game.
Right. And it's funny you say that because I expect the same thing for the baseball team and the softball
Well,
team.
yeah,
Because they play the same way.
In the baseball or softball game, we could start off and hit 3 home runs in the first at bat. That don't make any difference. That's just the first inning. It's just a mindset that they're going to try hard. I think it's been taught to them. If we're going to be successful, we've got to try hard.
Right.
We've got to try hard all the time.
We have to try harder than the other team
No
because if we
days
don't,
off.
yeah, no days, no practices off, no days off, and Coach Letcher coaches the same way. If we're fortunate enough to beat Robertson County tomorrow night and get to the championship game, and Nicholas County happens to beat Pendleton County, our girls had better be ready because Greg coaches those girls the very same way.
And we, you can bet that Greg, as soon as we played him over there, is thinking of a way to get Nisi in foul trouble.
Yep.
And rather than his girl getting in foul trouble,
Right.
which is what happened last time.
Yeah.
And they got some other things. This game, when you're playing the district, is for everything.
Yes.
The game we played over there was just to see who won that night.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
This is for everything.
Yeah. All right, we'll name our Judy Construction Company player of the game. We're going to give it to Clay Carpenter. Carpenter with 17 points, 6 rebounds, both leading his team. He also had a couple of assists as well to add to that. So congratulations, Clay Carpenter, our Judy Construction Company player of the game. Other games we know about across our region: in the 37th up in northern Kentucky, Scott beat Brossard at Scott. Campbell beat Calvary. No big surprise there. But the most interesting score was Montgomery County and Bourbon. Montgomery County had beaten Bourbon earlier this year, 85-44, 41 points. My gosh, and this time, tonight, the Indians slipped by the Colonels, who are terrible this year, by 2 points. So you just never, it's the great thing about March. That's why they call it March Madness, because you just never know.
You can't prepare your kids because they're not listening to you about that part.
Right.
We beat them 41 points. The coach Wright's going, you got to do this, got to do this. They're thinking, we beat them 41 points. Coach, weren't you there?
Yeah. And I'm sure that Coach Stephen Wright in the locker room with his Indians is going, I told you so.
Yes.
Will you not listen to me? And then he'll probably think, I'm talking to a bunch of 15, 16, without you, Ryan, you're okay. 15, 16-year-olds that won't listen to me.
Yeah. Well, Ryan listens.
Yeah. Mason and Augusta played. We did not get a score on that one, so we'll figure that out later on tonight.
I'm
you're looking at
it right now, see if I find it.
While you're doing that, I'll remind everyone that we'll be back on the air on Thursday night for the championship game of the boys' 38th District Tournament, pitting Harrison County against Robertson County. I'm assuming Robertson because they were up by 20.
They haven't posted that
so
score.
may not be over yet.
Yeah, they started at 7:30. Maybe they didn't.
Yeah, 7 o'clock, the game time for that championship game on Thursday. So make plans now if you can get a pass to come up and support your Thoroughbreds against a very, very good Robertson County club that if we play like we did tonight against Robertson, we'll get beat by 30.
Yeah.
Guarantee it. Also, want to remind everyone that the girls' 38th District Tournament begins tomorrow night. We'll be in Mount Olivet at Robertson County High School to watch the Phillies take on the Lady Devils of Montgomery County. We'll have all the action beginning with the pregame show at around 15 or 20 till the scheduled starting time of 7 o'clock. Also in the district tomorrow night, in a game that will be played in Carlisle, Pendleton County and Nicholas County will play. That could be a very good game. They're both Nicholas is rated 10th in our region. Pendleton's rated 11th, so it should be a very close ball game between those two to decide, along with our game, who will play in the girls' 38th District Tournament Friday championship game, which will also be at Robertson County no matter who wins. I want to thank Mike for all the great work he does on both color and stats. Also want to thank Ryan and Trent, wherever he is, for streaming this game live. For those people who could not get here, they got a chance to watch some good basketball, and it was a very good basketball game. Good for Nicholas because they tried hard and worked hard. Good for us because we won.
Yeah.
So also want to thank our engineer back at the station, A.J. Heisel, who always does a great job. And as always, want to thank all of our sponsors, because without their help, we would not be able to get the boys' 38th District Tournament on the air. So from the hilltop, your final score for the final time, Harrison County 59, Nicholas County 52. Good evening, everyone.